Hello guys, this is for a message for the collective. I was doing I intended to do a reading for Scorpio, but then this is what came out. And I'm going to try to relay this as clear as possible. This is something that I did not intend on channeling tonight, and it came through in a myriad of ways. I've never looked at my cards like this, and what I want to convey to you guys is that I'm not super religious. Now, I do recognize principles and things that come of spiritual principles, of things that come from the Bible. The same similar prophecies that are in the Bible that come from the Vedas, the Hopi prophecies, there's all similar things. It's the same message, but it's expressed in different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that understand what I'm saying. So I'm not like strictly Christian or anything like that, but this is the message that was wanting to come through. And I like to more relate to things like Hopi prophecies and things because of the way the Christian religion has been represented. I don't feel is correct. Now I believe spirit is in every religion of those that are of the heart, that are based of the heart. So I just wanted to make that clear with you guys. But this is something that I saw, and this is how spirit wanted to bring the message through. And I did not want to do a heavy reading like this, but this is what is coming. And okay, so first I'm going to read to you Revelation 12 that comes from that talks about the woman giving birth to the child. It's also been related to the constellation Virgo, and I believe it could also be talking about Virgo season during this time, as maybe when these events kick off. I don't know, but from what I'm seeing, I'm going to read to you guys. Please forgive me. I'm going to try to convey this clearly, but from the Bible, I'm going to read that to you and then try to tell you about some dreams that I've been having. That a little bit of a background on me. I tend to have dreams of prophecy of things that come true. It can be anything like small scale, small potato type of stuff to like big things. I've dreamt of people that have died before and it come true. So this is like, I know to trust my dreams and things when I have them. But this is something that okay, I'm gonna read to you this and get on with the message, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. And when I was trying to first start this reading, I kept coming through. I was intending to do the reading just for Scorpio, and then it was saying the angel of Scorpio. I kept hearing really loud. So this is actually a channeled message from Archangel Michael that's coming through right now. And I just want you to, I'm just the messenger. So I'm just going to free flow and see how we do with this. Okay, it says, "And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars." The first thing that I noticed, I have never, ever looked at this card as the Virgo. If you look right here and you count the stars, this is the Empress card, which we know is Libra and Taurus energy. But this right here is that's the 12 stars. That's the crown on her head. It's the 12 stars. And right here, it says, she was clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head, crown 12 stars. And she, being with child, an empress. Empress is what? Empress is fertile energy. Empress is someone who is pregnant. Wow, it's raining hard. It says, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Right here, from my animal shaman deck, we have, it's the koi fish, but the way that this was coming out, I've never seen this card like this, and this reading is all an intuitively done read reading that I'm doing here. That this is like the dragon that is coming out. And it came out like this. The dragon coming after the woman. And, okay, hold on, guys. Just try and get a little more organized here. But, and it says, okay, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head, and his tail drew 1/3 of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all of the nations with a rod of iron. What do we think when we think of, like, bees? We think of royalty. And what I kept noticing was how these things are like robotic and metal. Metal kept standing out to me. If you look, these are little cog wheels, and then this bee had metal, and that is like the color of iron. And this bee is royalty. It's talking about in the Bible, they're referred to as the 144,000. They're the starseeds, the light workers, the people, the 12 tribes of the 144. This is described. There are chosen light workers here that the dark are wanting to come after. But they're royalty. They're of royalty. And okay, see where I left off. It says, yes. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God into his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her 1,260 days. 1,260 days. That's like 1, 2, 3. It says, when I just started this at 3:21. That's 3, 2, 1. So this is like a countdown for when this is supposed to come to pass. It says, and there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And what I got from this, where we have the dragon that I showed you, this is Archangel Michael that was warring, and this is something that is written about, of prophecy. It says, and now I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And this is like what I was looking at. The accuser was like right over the woman and the child. It says, sorry guys, I'm trying to find where I was at. Okay. Salvation, strength, accuse them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and a times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. Which this hawk is being, that says, let spirit be your guide. This is the eagle. This is the eagle that it's talking about. Wait, it says, hold on. When the dragon saw, yeah, it was the eagle. This is the eagle of spirit that is going to be guiding this. It says, cast into the wilderness. Yeah, for a short time to be nourished. And okay. It says, for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. And see, he was going after the woman. And we're going to escape. And this is behind. Spirit is behind. It's from the face of the serpent. It's behind. Okay. And what I noticed right here was wheat. I never even noticed as many times as I've read tarot and used this oracle deck, used the wise, I believe this is the wise radiant tarot, radiant wise spirit deck. I've used this many times. I've never noticed the wheat. The wheat is what it talks about, the scripture of there'll be a separation of the wheat and the tares. In the Hopi prophecy, it talked about there's people who are connected from their hearts, that are their head and their heart is connected, but there are those that are disconnected from the heart. To beware of those, not to follow those, and that there's like some type of, if I'm not mistaken, in that prophecy it talked about some type of event that separates the two. And in Christian prophecy, it talks about there will be a separation of the wheat and the tares. And the wheat and the tares, basically the tares is what it's, when you go to harvest wheat, tares is what looks similar to the wheat. It's what looks, it looks just like it and everything, but it's not. It's like fool's gold. It's not real. And those, which it's symbolic of people, that people are going to be being separated at this time. and to release and let go. And the separation of the wheat and the tares is because the tares are all going to get burned. And I'll keep going with that. But it says, where she is nourished for a time. Okay. Now, this says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of a flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with her, war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Basically have the testimony of your heart, of the alchemy of the soul, of what's right, of living through the heart chakra, living through that's not going to be changed by this. Now, okay, let me see, I'll get to, and when the dragon saw that he had cast unto the earth, he persecuted. Okay, right here. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I want to tell you about the dreams that I had. Okay, on Revelation 12, in Revelation chapter 12, verse 4, it says, and his tail drew a third of a part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. When a few months ago, I've had this dream. Now, I had it several other times throughout my life, like there was 3 times, and I've had enough visions and dreams of them actually coming true that I know the graphics and the feel of one when I have one. I know that, oh, that was a message from spirit, that's a warning or of something to come to pass. I've had them ever since I was growing up, a child. Well, I had a recent dream that I was up on this like hotel, on this rooftop of a hotel with a bunch of people, and it had this glass that was encased on top of it, and then you could walk out, like, you know, like where you can walk out on the roof and there'll be like air conditioners and types of stuff. It looked like that, but you could go back inside, and this was nighttime is when it took place. And I had seen the glass. It was dark inside the glass, and it was dark inside the inside part that was on the roof, and the whole sky was red, but it was like a maroon type red. It wasn't blood red, but it wasn't burgundy, but it was like a darker red, and it was lit up. It was in the city. You could see everything over the city on this rooftop, and there was other people there that had a family, that had their kids with them, but it was like only like a group of us, like of maybe 10 or 11. And when we were watching from the rooftop, and you could see these stars coming down, and it was like asteroids or something that was coming to hit the earth, and it was hitting the cities, and we were watching it. What was really weird was like I didn't feel scared in the dream. Now, like other dreams that I've had, it was like I was in the thick of it. I wasn't watching it from afar. I was actually in the thick of it. But this one, it was like we weren't scared. We weren't worried for ourselves. But it was hitting the cities essentially, like everybody else, society. And when it was hitting, there was this, and it took me forever to realize what this was, but there was this guy that was like, had these really like shady, sneaky, like vibes to him. And we watched him go around to the corner out back. And he snuck outside the window, like, this is on the rooftop, and it was like he was sneaking outside, crawling on the outside of the building. And it was like a thief, like he was like a thief. And he came in, and it was like, and then we had to go outside on the rooftop, and there was like this water, this pool of water, like jacuzzi type thing, but we had to go up under it, get in it, walk through it, duck under this board, keep our head above water, and then come back out on the other side. And there, which makes me think we need to look up that scripture that talked about the rooftop. But this dream, I had this dream in the middle of the night, and I woke up, and it was like, it was calm. It was, and you know when Spirit speaks to you, because when Spirit speaks to you, it's not this like loud, like scare you, like cause you. It can be some pretty dark stuff, but any of you guys, you know that it's a peaceful thing. But it was just weird because it was like such a big message with this peaceful, eerie message. And I knew that meant something. And I was like, it's talking about basically there's going to be asteroids. I know this for a fact. There is going to be asteroid stars soon. That is, I don't know when, but it's going to hit the earth. And it's going to sneak up on us like a thief in the night. It's going to come. And the rooftops, I believe in the Bible, the rooftops is talking about being in covenant. Christians say with God, you know, but with Spirit. It's being in, it's listening to Spirit, having, you know, being led by Spirit. Stay true to your heart, to yourself, to what Source is telling you. And that we weren't scared because we knew that we were protected. We knew that we were within His covenant, so to speak, or Spirit's covenant. I don't like putting gender on things, but you guys know what I'm saying. So, and it was really funny because I'm not religious. Like, I used to be years ago, but it's just the way that Spirit wanted to convey the message to me. But this has to do with this time that we're in. And of course, we know that this is not like, you know, I don't believe like, oh, it's the end of the world and that's it. Like, no, it's the age of Aquarius and it's the beginning of the new. Hold on. And it's the age of Aquarius and it's the beginning of the new, sorry, little interruption there. It's the age of Aquarius, and it's the beginning. The old way has to die, and essentially this has to come to fruition for that to happen. You know, is like to bring us back to our hearts and everything. It's a cleansing. And things, before they get better on this planet, they will have to get worse. And it's like, because we've gone down this route this far. But anyways, clearing that up, the other thing, so there is going to be asteroids, stars, something that meteorite shower, I don't know like what the exact terminology, but is going to hit the earth, and the sky will be red. It will be, and I'm assuming it's going to happen at nighttime because the dreams, all of my asteroid dreams happen in the night. And by morning, the impact was, you know, you saw it. Well, in this, okay, there's another dream. Let me find where it pertains to. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven. Okay. I had a dream where, this was a few weeks ago. I've been feeling in my body, and I'm just now learning how this stuff works, like earthquaking, vibrating type stuff. It's really weird. It's like, and these like vertigo spells, and you know, I'm healthy, everything's fine, like, and I'm really tied in sync to like the weather and like what happens with the earth. And I believe an earthquake is going to happen. I don't know when. I don't know, but I believe it's soon. It's like really soon. And I was like, I kept going back and forth with spirit, like, are you sure you want me to convey this? Are you sure you want me to talk about this? Like, and apparently it's pretty loud, but there's some type of earthquake that's going to happen. In my dream, I had seen where I was on the beach and I could see out in the water, and there was an earthquake that happened that everything shook, and it literally took the ground like like a carpet and went thum, and the whole ocean and the floor of like half, like one part side of the earth was like thum, and it shook it all. And when it happened, there was like waves, water coming, but then it was like it split open. It split open down the middle where not all the water came through, and it went down into the earth. And then right after that, I saw, like, you know those like stackable planters that you have, that you plant the seeds in to grow, and it's like a space saver hydroponic type thing, and you can stack them. And in my dream, I don't know what the pink part meant, but they were pink and they were stacked. And I saw there was a seed that literally, like, the water went to calm, like it was going to kill everything. But instead, what happened when the earthquake split, there was water that went in and what sprouted. There was these seeds in the planters, and it was really trippy the way this looked. I was like, I saw the seed sprout, and it grew, and it went like all the way up into above the earth. And I was like, holy crap, like yeah, it was like, it was trippy. I don't do hallucinogenics or anything, and I haven't done anything like that, but if that's what a hallucinogenic experience would have looked like, that's what it would have looked like. Like, I haven't done like that type of stuff, but it's like, anyways, not that there's anything wrong with that, and there's plant medicine and stuff, but I'm just saying, there's like, this was wild. And in right here, it says, and the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and a times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might be caused her to be carried away of the flood.
No, I need to tell you real quick.
Hold on.
No, I tell you.
Here, do you need more of that?
No, I just want to tell you real quick. No, real quick.
Hold on, guys, 1 second. Here, let me go get you.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Alright, guys, I'm sorry about that. Oh, 1 second. Looking for my... Okay. Alright, guys, here we go. And I got what's also part of the message for tonight. Okay, so this is what we have here. it says, thank you for the wait, guys. I'm so sorry about that. It says, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle. Okay, she flies into the wilderness. Okay. For a times and a half, we read about that. And hides from the face of the serpent. So she's taken to be protected. Basically, the light workers and star seeds and are going to be protected during this time. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away. So basically, he tries to come after us. He tries to come after us. The dark forces try to come after us, basically. And since they can't get to us, he causes a flood. Like an actual physical flood is going to happen. And it says that she might be carried away. And it says, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood. Which this would be the earthquake that happened in my dream. There was a big water wave that came, and it split right down the middle, and most of that water went down into it to where we weren't affected. And it says, opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon has wrath with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. And that must have been that. This is which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So the seed would have been that when that happened, it actually caused the seed to sprout. It actually caused it to grow. And it grew like all the way up into the sky, like the connections to the heavens. So like what originally was like meant to destroy actually gave life and made it sprout. So whatever, sorry guys, I don't mean to like yell if it's too loud. But so basically that's like, this event is going to cause people to wake up. It's going to cause people to, and it's actually going to make us stronger in a sense. But from what I get from all of this, the other thing that I was seeing was that this was like a cell and like a bug, and this holographic stuff. It was like the seeing a cell like in the body, a human cell, that this had to do with the virus that's going on right now. And that this virus, they're using the virus, this all plays into what this is, that into the beast system. And part of that virus has to do, and this isn't, I'm not reading this as the lovers, but it has to do with the medical system that is kicking off all this stuff. This is like what is starting it. The other thing was these swords. I've never seen this like this, but these swords look like needles to me, going into the heart. When I was 15, this is before any type of conspiracy theory or anything like this was even out about it. But I had this really weird dream that I knew that it was one of those type of dreams that come true. And in the dream, I was with my family, and the whole world had been under this system that if you didn't follow the system, like they would like basically persecute you and drag you and kill you. It's like drag you out from the crowd and then kill you. And in the dream, I was walking with my family in Walmart and going around, and in the dream, like we were trying to look like we would be cloaked, look like we were blending in with the crowd, that we were like the same as everyone else. But if they had checked us, they would see that we weren't. And in that dream, my mother and I had to go to the back, had to separate from the men And so the men separated from the women, and we were walking to go to the bathroom, and we had these people that worked there, but they were like nurses, but they were like Walmart employees. It was really weird. But they grabbed us, like they found out that we weren't the same as everybody else. We didn't have the same, I guess, like credentials or the same stuff as them. And they grabbed us and forced us in the back, and they all held us down, and they put like 7 different shots. They injected it into our gut and forced us like that. And I woke up, and I was like, I woke up startled. I was like scared, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what type of dream was that? It's like, and why was it with shots? And now I realize that it's this vaccination shit. It's the stuff with the virus. This is what I was dreaming about. And so there's going to be forced vaccinations. I know this. And I wound up seeing that as that, which I've never looked at the card like that. Well, I'm sorry guys, I'm coming through a little strong here, but it's like this was a really heavy message. And it says, so basically this was written, this is from my past life oracle deck, but during virtues, but this was written about. There's also a war coming, a takeover of some kind. It looks like it may be with China is one of them. This was also something that I've had dreams about beforehand, way before, since I was young, before there was even anything to fathom really about it. And conflict is coming, and it has to do with judgment upon this land. And the key to the puzzle of all this, of how to be guided, the reason why this message is coming to you guys, this is really weird. Okay, like, I've had this candle thing right here. I have had it for, oh my gosh, like, almost 2 years. Like, never opened it. Never anything. Something just told me to keep on it, hold on to it. My mother gave it to me. Now, she's Christian, but I'm not. I don't identify with the Christian religion. I understand that it's like, I believe that everybody that is of source, there is no like hierarchy. I don't believe in religion, ideology. I believe it's all what's in your heart. I think you can express yourself in a Christian way, a Buddhist way, whatever way you want. But, you know, of how you identify with source. But I don't think there's one hierarchy of another, or only chosen religion, like so like I'm not super religious in that way, like seeing this. But my mother gave this to me, and I find it funny, like tonight I was inspired to go through my stuff, and I found this, and I found it, and as you can see, it's like Jesus. It has to do with like one light, one world, but it's Christian, basically. And what was really, during this message, as I was channeling this from Archangel Michael, this reminded me what it is. It's a candle that has wax in it, like oil. And isn't that which is funny because it came through as like the virgin that was, pregnant. Well, remember, there's a scripture, I can't remember which scripture it is, but it's talking about of the wise virgins. Yeah, sorry guys, the wise virgins. And the wise virgins, and on the top, the way I read my cards, what's on the bottom is what's being hidden from you, and it's to overcome. You can overcome any obstacle. But the way I read is on the top is the truth of the matter. It says, turn knowledge into wisdom. And that scripture talks about how there was 10 virgins. 5 of them was wise, 5 of them was unwise. and they had oil in their lamps. That they needed to get oil in their lamps and to prepare for when it had something to do with, like, forgive me, I can't remember exactly, but it had something to do with they were going to need light. And the unwise virgins didn't prepare, but the wise virgins got plenty of oil to be able to light, so they could light and see to leave or go somewhere or something. There was something like that, but they needed to have light and oil. And so then what happened was the unwise virgins came to the wise virgins and said, please, it's time to leave now. I think it, oh my gosh, see, I gotta go back and read this. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it had something to do with, like, Jesus. And you guys can put in the comments, but it's like, it had something to do with, like, Jesus, I think, coming to get them or something like that. But anyways, the oil representing, like, their faith and preparedness and stuff to feed their spirit, to prepare their spirit, that their spirit be strong, that when the time come in the middle of the night. And so it came, and the virgins that was ready to go, but the unwise was like, we don't have any oil, can we borrow some of yours? And they're like, but we have our own. So they couldn't give, like, they only had enough oil for themselves during this time. So the wise virgins were able to leave and be strong and all that, and the other ones weren't. Which this reminded me, I never looked at that the whole time since she gave me this. I have not looked at this, like, oil or anything. I wasn't even sure what this was, to be honest, like, till I opened the box. I just knew it had a candle, and it smells like lavender, if that means anything for you guys. I guess to calm and to heal the soul. And it's like, so this is talking about right now, the message here is to be prepared, fill your oil, fill your lamps with oil, and for what's to come, because there is, and this is funny because, like, I marked this years ago. I've studied, like, many different Bibles and stuff, like, back when I was super religious, looking for, like, the truth and stuff. I wanted to get down and, like, I marked my Bible and stuff, and it talks about right here the eagle wings, and I correlated it. It had to do with Exodus back here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, eagle wings. And there's a thing, it says Exodus 19:4, so maybe that will mean something to you guys. I'm gonna be running out of time on this thing, but basically, the wheat and the tares are happening, and the eagle wings is going to be part of the event that's going to take place. That not to be scared, and to fill your lamp so that when this comes, you'll know what to do. And there's a separation going on right now that we need to allow people, places, and things out, to fall out. I don't care if it's your family, your friends, your lovers, anybody that you're being guided to right now that you see is not a vibrational resonance with the heart, with spirit. You are being led right now to release and to let go of that, because what is coming, there is going to be that's part of the separation that's happening right now, known as the wheat and the tares, or the 3D and 5D, or in Hopi prophecies, the people who are separated from the ones that their heart is not connected to their head, and that don't have that connection. You are being guided right now and told as light workers to separate, to let go, release and let go, because this is coming. And there's a reason why all this chaos, all the fighting, all the things that are happening right now, it's happening on a micro and macro, and it's about to get macro really bad. But you guys are being guided to release and let go of whatever is holding you back, people, places, or things. If you're being guided to move, move. If you're being guided to Stand up for yourself. Do so. But whatever is popping up right now, it's because of this event. It's actually a blessing in disguise. You are being weeded out from the terrors. You are, those people that are coming into your life, they are being pulled, and let them go. Do not stay attached. And this is also a transformational experience. You're going to be seeking and you shall find. There are things going on with our health care that need a healthcare change, that are happening right now. We're being activated, so to speak. I saw this also as an activation card within ourselves. And right now, it all has to do with processing the emotions. A lot of people right now are getting, everybody's a little bit different, but gallbladder and kidney stuff. I started experiencing this stuff, but it has to do with, because we're being asked to ascend, and if you're not raising your vibration and your consciousness, then you're going to be having a lot of kidney and gallbladder issues, and which is also related to the liver. And if it keeps on, it'll persist to where you'll get actually kidney stones and gallbladder. Basically right now, all this stuff that's happening, the separation of the wheat and the tares, is manifesting in people's lives in many different ways. And one way that this is manifesting is that because like people, places, and things, we're being triggered right now with everything, with events, because we're being separated from what no longer serves us for our soul development and our mission here on earth. It's those deep wounds, those childhood wounds, those biggest inner child core issues are being triggered to be released. And how do they get released? You have to feel them. So with these events taking place, with all the stuff happening to all of us, and we're all going through something, believe me, we are, it's going to trigger those emotions. Now, if you don't feel those emotions, it's not going to be able to be released, and it'll stay trapped in the body. And right now, Source is activating us. It's pushing the Kundalini energy. It's pushing the fire and transmuting things right now, because we're being activated. But in order for that, our light bodies and everything to come in, we have to purge those emotions out, and then we can be activated onto our path, and our spiritual gifts will come in, our energetic gifts. Some people will be working with crystals and to move things. This is it all. Basically, the things of like that they practice with chi and stuff like that. We will be learning to move and work energy to move energy, but we have to clear and clean our bodies out right now. So pay attention to your health. Get plenty of sleep, and get plenty of sleep. Feel your emotions, because if you start to like, I was listening to all kind of good music and stuff at first, going unconscious, not realizing that I was not feeling my feelings, and I started getting really bad kidney and gallbladder issues, and I didn't realize that, I was actually running from my feelings. And I'm somebody who has been in the healing journey. I've healed myself from lupus. I've healed myself from black mold toxicity. There's like all kind of stuff. Like I've cured myself. Like I know all about the healing world and health and everything. And this right here, like I eat organic vegan diet mostly. Like, I should not have kidney and gallbladder issues, but all these emotions got triggered in my own life to where I was running from them, and I started getting kidney and gallbladder issues. And then so I took a step back and I started feeling my feelings, and I got better. My energy, my intuition came back, and all this stuff. So it's like, process your emotions right now. You're being guided and led to process your emotions, because that's what's happening right now, to be cleared so you can be activated, because you guys are going to be moving soon, going to be having an exodus, and to allow those things to fall away. and to turn knowledge into wisdom. And what is wisdom? Wisdom isn't a knowing. It's taking action on what you know. So wisdom is an action thing. And you only gain wisdom when you take action. You can know all the things in the world. That's not wisdom. It's when you apply your knowledge is what's wisdom of esoteric truth. This is esoteric truth. So be the wise virgins, and right now be connecting to spirit. Go out in nature, ground to Mother Earth, and that is how you're going to fill your lamp that's going to carry you through for when these things happen. I know it's hard, guys. I know it is, but let go of whatever is holding you back, because this is what's coming, and this message was loud. Out of any other reading I could have done, this is the one that wanted to come through. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get away from it. And I am the messenger. I have to speak what this is. So I'm sorry that this might have had like a lot of, religious vibey type of, stuff. But this is the message, and this is what's happening. The 3D and 5D are separating. We're going on different timelines right now. And your family is your spiritual family. It is your family that you are in vibrational resonance with. It's not the people you're born with. It's the people you resonate with. So remember that, guys. And I love you guys. And please be safe. And know that this is on a time frame. I'm seeing these cog wheels. And this is the wealthy man card that also had to do with the cog wheels. It's like the time. And so this is going to be happening pretty soon. So I'm assuming from what I've been channeling, the stuff that's going to happen of the earthquake and the flood that is going to happen. I don't know where it's going to hit, or the west coast of the United States. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it is. Because in the dream, it was like I was looking over to the left, like to the west. Okay, well, I figure this stuff out as we go. Spirit's awesome, but this stuff will be happening pretty soon. I don't know how soon. If it's within months, if it's within a year from now. This message is timeless. Let it come to you. But right now we're being prepared physically. Take care of your body. Fill your lamp up. Feed your spirit. And let me see if there's any additional messages that Spirit wants for you guys with this. I love you guys so much. We're all going to be brought together in a myriad of ways. And I was also told a few months ago not to fear that the very thing that looks like it's a threat, there's some type of big event that's going to happen, and this might have been a part of it, that it's actually the thing that is going to save us and like allow us to escape the disaster. But it's basically a disaster within a disaster that is going to save us from what we're being protected at this time. But you guys are taken care of. Everything. Your children will be taken care of. You will be fine, but you need to listen to Spirit. That's the only way to get out of this. And remember, nothing's guaranteed. If we don't listen, then we'll get caught in the line of fire, so to speak. So take heed to this warning. And let's see. Downtime. You guys need to relax and rejuvenate. Tend to the small things of getting sleep, feeling rested. Don't be worrying and running until you're on empty. Right now you really need to take care of your vessel. Your vessel is calling for you physically, so you can receive messages from the divine. And ask your spirit helpers. Ask your guides and stuff right now to help you during this time. to give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the food that you need, and to guide you and your guides. And woo-woo is wonderful. And I'm noticing that right now your heart chakra is being activated and spirit is knocking at the door through your heart right now. Follow your heart and what your heart is telling you to do, and that is the way through. That's the way you're going to see this way through. But following like spirit and release attachment. But spirit is awesome, and this is all a very spiritual, prophetic thing happening right now. And we are very grateful, very blessed to be alive right now, to have this opportunity to alchemize, to heal planet Earth, and to help people right now. And the way through right now is vibe check. Clear yourself, clear your chakras, and to feel into what is happening right now. Feel into as soon as you encounter a situation, what is your body saying to you? What does your body say? What do you feel in your skin, your bones, your gut? Does it say this is not right? Your body's speaking to you, and you'll know by what your body says is what the correct answer is. Remember, guys, we're all going intuitively. Everything is off of feeling right now. Things are not what they seem. See by feeling, not by sight, is the way through this. And the truth of the matter is you need to cloak yourself in light. There is a lot of spiritual attack right now because we're waking up and the dark realizes this, and so they're coming to us as we're being activated. And just to remember, guys, like anything with ascension, like when you do better, it's like a video game. The boss guys get more, they get harder. The enemies get harder. So it's like when you level up, they level up too. So you'll be dealing with new things. But you're okay. You are seriously protected right now. And Spirit wants me to tell you that, to reinforce that to you guys. But follow what you're being guided to. And I hope this helps you guys. You guys are going to be meeting people, places, and things. Lovers. There's going to be people separating from lovers, people meeting lovers. I also saw that on the side readings that I did for this. And trust in Spirit right now. Let Spirit be your guide. And I love you guys so much. And I am honored to be able to deliver this message to you. And I hope this helps. We got this, guys. Let's stick together. I love you guys. Bye-bye.